Hello everybody, it's JG Bocella at conversationwe.com. I'm going to talk for a minute about intention and the role of nuance when talking about race and distinction, the importance of drawing distinction when we talk about making certain distinctions that I think are critical when talking about intention and intentionality when it comes to race. So it seems like you have one kind of wide group of folks who feel that intention, whether they say it or not, demonstrate actions that would indicate that they think intentions don't matter at all when talking about race. And on the other sort of area, you have folks who feel that intentions is all that should matter. For example, folks who white folks will claim like, well, I don't have a problem with people of different color, and I don't think we should, I want to treat everybody based on who they are as a person. And that's great, but obviously there's a need to discuss current disparities. So I think there's oftentimes a discomfort, there's a denial there. It's like, this person might not be comfortable talking about race. So there's really good, even though they have that denial there, they may have actually a good intention. So the question, does that matter at all, a little bit, or not at all? So then on the other end, you kind of have an activist academic approach talking about like intention is all that, or doesn't matter at all. Intention doesn't matter at all in a sense, because it's like, what are you going to do? The inequality has to change, and here it is. So they're talking in language that they're describing true phenomena, white privilege and what happens, inequality that persists in a whole array across sectors, and this is true. And the language they're using oftentimes is white supremacy, and I think what happens is we don't draw a distinction. So in other words, they're talking about that phenomena are really accurate, it's true, but in terms of the language, I think a really huge distinction we could draw, which would be very valuable in terms of engaging folks and making change together, is that when you talk about KKK, white supremacy, that's people with hate in their hearts, right? When you talk about a system that needs to be changed, you have to draw a distinction, I think, between those two, and language matters, and language is important. And I'm not talking about watering anything down. I'm saying presenting the facts in the same way, but acknowledging that folks who have a hateful intention, they don't care. But folks who have good intention but just maybe aren't aware of certain things, we can engage, okay? So on the other end, again, I just want to put out there that intention matters sometimes. It shouldn't be that it never matters, and it shouldn't be that it's the only thing that matters. We have to find a way to draw that distinction, because I think if we do that, we can engage tons of people who are not engaged right now because they're not resonating with either message. So that's an opportunity.